I'm gonna board a couple coyotes. Boom. It's a true story. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try and do it in a manner whereby I can show it. Now what I do is I take all my coyotes and I put them on the board the same way. Meaning, if you look at the bottom here, right here, where I'm going to take and fan this thing out, that's always on my left hand side when I'm looking at it, and that's where I take and put my belly on. Now I have found that, again, repetition, there's a few different reasons for that, and for me, I just find that it does help a guy out or a gal with being able to be more efficient with your time. And what I find is you start using the same holes, because I do the same spike holes on your board. This is going to be tough. At any rate, I'm just going to take and put it on here, and then I'll peg it. Nothing too serious going on here. Basically, the meat and potatoes is going to take and happen on here. Yeah, what I've got here, I like to use like a typical linesman plier. That's my hammer, and my puller works good for me. So what I do is I start on the inside, and I try to start about an inch off the bottom of where I took it off of his ankle. Take this inside flap, make sure that I pull this in a little ways here. We'll see later how I can finish that edge up nice. And I'll try to curve my nails in on the outside. I'm not too keen on overstretching it. Once I take and have the length that I'm kind of looking for pulled down, that'll be the right form that I'm going for. I don't want to overstretch them and have them look like they've got burn marks or whatever you want to call them once they're dry and you're going to take and turn them. Again, I just took a little bit of that inside belly flap, put it in. You see how my nails kind of cross right there? They're kind of crossing. Just kind of helps keep that hide where you kind of want it. Got that. Take and put some grease into it. And then here, I just got a series of holes generally at the bottom of my stretchers. And I'll just take and I'll put a little pin in there. Just like so. Now that I've got that, I can take and trim that edge up nice. And what ends up happening is later on, once it's dried, I've got really nice, clean edges there. And again, I've said it before in other videos, I have yet to take and score a top lot trapper certificate on a coyote hide, and I don't know exactly what it is that I'm really missing, but I am missing something, because I know I've caught the hides. I've caught those animals. Just had a little bit of a split there on the back side of that guy. And what I have started doing on splitting this tail is I'll take the bottom end here and I'll put a peg into it. And I just kind of like the idea of just using the stretcher to opening up this tail, and it doesn't seem to work too bad. I'll take and put another one in there, and it just helps it open up that tail and helps dry that out for me a little bit. I've seen guys, they use all different methods of screens and cardboard and everything else, and I have just not found anything that I really enjoyed using much. And that's probably the reason why, well, one of the reasons possibly why I'm missing out on a top lot certificate. That's my back end right there. Getting a little bit far away. Maybe I'll just move this over a little bit. Let's see if we can work something out here. There we go. That might work not too bad. Ah, there we go. Just taking peg these ears out nice. Nose was a little dry. He's coming through the stretcher. Not my best work, but I'll tell you, it definitely wasn't the best coyote. This ear I kind of mangled a little bit. That's okay. Doesn't mean that we can't take and do it right. Fold that ear over a little bit. See how, if you just, it's sometimes, when I first started doing this, I saw guys doing it, it kind of looks like you don't, like you're running out of stretcher, and you try to take and put that ear out like this, but then when you get going on it, you find that there's plenty of wood there to work with. Just like that. Okay, now that we've got that done, I'll take and I'll try to stand this thing up here. And we will oh yeah, that's tough. Okay, how are we going to do this? How about we do it like this? Move that over. Grab a piece of paper towel. There we go. Something like that. And now I'll just open up the bottom jaw slightly larger. And then just kind of work my way around. I managed to take and get that lip off of there already. Normally I have it like this, And then I just start coming into the lips just a little bit and just work my way up. And in this particular case, I come back down the other way, which can work as well. There we go. That is the front end. We can take and tidy that up a little bit. That right there is the finished product. Now what I'll do is I'll take and I'll hang this guy up. I'll just take and kind of stand them up. I'll take my camera. Hands get all sweaty in those gloves. They come out looking nice and clean. Here's an 11-minute video that's every bit long enough. But that's kind of how the front end, top end kind of needs to look. And the legs kind of cleaned up nice, not bad, except for a bit of a green belly. And then the tail, I've kind of got the tail fanned out a little bit. And that's that. You can see how this particular coyote right here, he ended up coming so far back. So he ran all the way into the snare, and the cam closed up on top by his shoulder blades. And when he took and he latched that thing in, what happened is it landed so far back, it grabbed all that skin and fur and pulled it all up. And that's why sometimes what ends up happening is they take and they have so much, you know, they have so much of this fur that's all bunched up into the snare that they can take and have a hard time, you know, getting a good enough, a tight enough circle on them. But yeah, at any rate, pow, there it is. Here's my prized possession. This little guy here. Look at the fluff on that thing. I don't know. This particular coyote is supposed to take and bring me a lot of money at the auction. I'm looking forward to it. But that's like down right there. There's just nothing wrong with that thing. It is just soft, soft, soft. I love it. I love it. Okay, I got another one to do here. I gotta get going. Over now.